Hello everyone, it's Tom here. This is your midweek message. I hope you are doing well and you're enjoying the serious sunshine out there. It is blisteringly hot, factor 50 and a sun hat, I would suggest. Anyway, you'll have seen that restrictions have changed over this last week, and hopefully you'll have seen our decisions that we've made as a leadership team with regard to restrictions in the church and in our services. Just the main headlines is this Sunday we will be able to sing again where we haven't sung for the 16 months in our buildings. We will be able to do that, which is great. The second thing is that we are recommending and expecting people to wear masks during the services. So a couple of headlines there, but do have a look at the website for more information and to work out how to book and all those things. Last Sunday, it was very hot, and our life group met in Stoke Park Woods. It's a monthly life group where a number of families from new housing areas meet together. And we were gathering in the woods, and we were looking at Matthew 7:1-3, which is a verse about judgment. And it was really great. John and Poppy Spence did a little drama. Who knew that they could do drama? John was looking at the speck in his eye, complaining he had a speck in his eye, and Poppy turned up and said, "Oh, you need to get the speck out of your eye, John." And she was wearing a big plank over her face, which she sort of bound over her head. And we have photos. I was going to post them, but thought that I hadn't got permission. So anyway, if you want to see that, come and ask me. But it's a really interesting little sequence, and let's have a look at it here. It's Matthew 7:1-3. It says this: "Do not judge, or you too will be judged. For in the same way you judge others, you will be judged. And with the measure you use, it will be measured to you. Why do you look at the speck of sawdust in your brother's eye and pay no attention to the plank in your own eye?" It's sobering stuff, isn't it? And familiar verses. But I think it's really pertinent for now at the moment, especially if you look at the news and looking around us. It's a very judgy time at the moment. In fact, the last 60 months have been quite a judgy time. It's not always brought the best out of us. It's not brought the best necessarily out of me. And it almost feels as if we're being encouraged to be judgmental over others in the choices that they make, especially judgments on people who make different choices to ourselves. And this feels especially more heightened this week now that the government has made mask wearing subject to an individual's choice. And we visibly see people making different choices to the choice that we've made. And I'd be thinking, how do we respond as a kingdom people, as a people of God, a people, the way of the kingdom and not the way of the world? What does it look like? And there's all sorts of things to say here, and not for a midweek message, but I want to just say two tiny little things. The first one is recognize we're in a spiritual battle. The enemy wants to bring division and disunity amongst us. He will use our judgments to perpetuate that division in our homes, in our schools, in our churches, and across our nation, and he already is. And we need to be very watchful as the people of God for what the enemy is trying to do and how he's trying to bring disunity. The second one is a little Chris Bradley truism, which is understanding always leads to compassion. Seeking understanding leads to compassion. You see, we may disagree or feel we don't understand someone's choice, and we can disagree, and that's absolutely fine. But and we may not understand their choice, why they are doing something a bit differently to us when it comes to mask wearing or social distancing or socializing indoors. But invariably people will be making these choices for very good reasons. And I think we need to seek understanding of what those reasons might be. And that takes humility in us, because we might be very sure of our own view. And let's take humility and seek understanding. Just end with Paul imploring the church in Ephesus to, and you'll know this, make every effort to keep the unity of the Spirit through the bond of peace. That is what we're going to try and do over the weeks and months. And let's do that as people of God, to make every effort to keep the unity of the Spirit through the bond of peace. That is countercultural at the moment. And we need to keep asking God, our Holy Heavenly Father, for help and wisdom to know what to do and how to live in these quite difficult times. So that's my little midweek message. Have a great sunny rest of the week, and we hope to sing alongside you this coming Sunday. Bye-bye.